Hey everyone, David here, and today I wanted to make a video about how to get started as a music composer. So basically, I got a message from someone who watched one of my videos, and he was telling me about how he wanted to get started and writing backing tracks, and specifically for theater production. And I was trying to come up with advice that I could give him that would be valuable to help him get started and to make sure that he was actually successful at what he was doing. And so this is very applicable. The advice I give him and the advice I want to give you guys in this video is very applicable for anybody across any industry, whether you're going into video games, film music, or like this guy in theater. So there's two things I want to share with you guys. The first one is to get started where you're at. So basically, don't try to skip ahead and jump ahead above your skill level. Start where you're at. Find work where you are now. Find people who are at your level. If you're just out of university and you're just you've been doing this for about a year, your skill's not that great. You find other people that are at that same level who are doing small projects, whether university projects or small productions or I don't know what, like small indie video games, let's say. Like don't try to skip ahead and go straight to something professionals where you're getting paid full time, a full salary. Like it's just not really realistic, and it's just not going to happen. You're really getting ahead of yourself, and it's actually holding you back when you're doing that. So really start with where you're at. And the second thing is add value first. So, and this is something I find a lot of people don't always think about or don't always do, is to add value first. So don't think about when you are going and wanting to work with someone or approaching someone where you're at right now. Think about how you are going to add value to them in their production, in their projects, and what they're doing. If you're not adding value to them, what reason would they want, or what reason would they have to be working with you, right? They wouldn't really have any, so why would they hire you? Why would you be a good fit to work with them? It just wouldn't work. Right? You'd be kind of wasting your time and their time. So really add value. Figure out who could value where or who would value the most your music, and where would it have the biggest impact and the most value. So for example, I'll give you an example. Like for example, in my life, when I got started, I obviously I wasn't that great. I my skills, they were okay. I could write decent music. And so when I got started, I wasn't really looking for high level projects. I was looking for small indie video games, for example, because I work mostly in video games. So I was looking for small indie video games, and I was looking for people who were either out of school or in university doing school projects who needed music for video games. That's what I was looking for. And I was thinking, okay, well, how could this add value to them, right? So if I'm creating a certain level of music quality, is that going to be valuable to them? Is it going to be helpful to them, right? Or do they already have music? Do they not? So that's what I was looking for, and that's what I found. I would go on and I would reach out to people I knew, or I would go on places like, for example, you could go on Fiverr and offer your services there, and people can come and contact you. Or you can go on Kickstarter, find projects where people are posting projects for their games and stuff like that. And that's what I did. And I was reaching out to people, but I wasn't reaching out to big projects and big video games that were making, $100,000, $1 million off of their, fundraising campaign. I was really looking for small people who basically either didn't have any money raised or very little raised. And I really wasn't expecting to get paid or get paid very much at first, right? When you get it started, that's kind of what you have to expect. Like, you don't have that experience yet. You don't have that level of quality in your music yet to be able to ask for that. So that's how I got started. And don't always expect to get paid. Like, obviously it's great if you can, but exchange value. So if you're working for them and you're giving value to them with your music, then they can offer you something else in return that might not necessarily be money. For example, you can have you get the experience of working with them. You get the experience of working on a specific project, and you can use that project in your portfolio. Obviously, money is another way you can exchange value. There's different things you can do. You can get a testimonial from them where they jump on a video and they talk about how it was working with you and what your music did for their game and stuff like that. So all these things are different ways that you can get value by providing music for a project when you're starting out. It doesn't always have to be money right away. So these are kind of ways that you can get started, and where I would go to get started if I was going to restart again. And even now, even now that I've been in this working in video games for 2, 3 2, 3 years now, maybe 4 years. I still kind of do the same thing. I'm not overreaching, trying to get like a huge amount, like a high paying jobs. I'm still going where I know that the work that I provide is valuable, and it will be valuable to the people I'm giving it to, and there can be an exchange of value there, right? I'm not overreaching. Obviously, I'm always trying to stretch my skill, learn a lot, and apply what I'm learning. But that also comes through experience and through adding value and helping other people in their projects, right? So it's not something that you just do once when you're getting started and then you never do again. It's kind of something that's always ongoing. You just you keep on stepping it up and up and up as you get going. So that's kind of my thoughts on getting started as a composer. I use this also as a sound designer because I work on sound design in video games. Same ideas, same principles that I use for that. So I hope that's useful for you guys. If it is, let me know, leave a like. Also, if you guys have any other questions or thoughts, let me know in the comments. I try to make videos that's useful and valuable for you guys. So if you let me know, there's a good chance I'll make a video for you guys. And if not, I hope you guys subscribe if you're not already not, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.